Hey guys, so welcome to our November meeting for our team. I see Josie and Melissa on here. I don't know who the third person is. It just says iPhone. I don't have a name to go with you. So hi iPhone. um, if you want to tell me who you are, that's fine. I'm going to start out with telling you guys that October was a huge month for our team. We were so amazed to we hit our goal like 3 days before the end of the month. And so it was amazing, even after we had hit our goal, to watch the team like continue to grow and people to continue to get signups. And it was so exciting. We were so proud of everybody for working so hard. So everyone should give themselves a pat on the back just for having an awesome October. And when you see these lists I'm reading, you'll see why we were so excited. So first of all, I got to give a shout out to everybody who got signups and reactivations for October. And I do watch the reactivations too, because I'm really proud of you guys when you get somebody like re-engaged into our team. Sometimes I think that that's more exciting than getting new signups. We get to see that they've left Young Living, essentially their account went inactive, and then they chose to come back and add oils back into their lives. So I think that's very exciting. And so my list, excuse me, that's why I did the thieves cough drop. Our list goes like this. For signups and reactivations, these are the sponsors. Tanya DeGario, Amanda Cook got her first sign-up ever. Carol Stewart got a reactivation. Carrie Lynn with a sign-up. Daniel Gerte. Josie Dean got 2 sign-ups. Bethany Sheets, Paula Spolsky, Karen Burrell, who is now Karen Carnes because she got married over the weekend. So also congratulations to her for getting married. Jenny Kurz, Christina Davis, Brittany Brousseau got her first one as well. Courtney Howell and Natalie Ballard. So congratulations to all of you guys. Remember that if you sign somebody up as a wholesale member or reactivated them as a wholesale member, make sure that you're getting them into the usage group. Make sure that you yourself are in the usage group so that you can get them using their oils and knowing how to use them. Next, we had rank ups, and we had 3 stars rank up in October. It was very exciting. I know some of these people have worked really hard, and those stars were Kristen Silvius, Josie Dean, who's on this call, and then Crystal Evans. It was very, very exciting. We were cheering and jumping up and down for each of you guys. And then, excuse me, we also had a senior star rank up, and that was Karen Burrell Carnes. So it was very exciting that happened. And then she ended up getting married like the next week. And then also over this weekend, Christine Foster, I don't know what her new married last name is going to be, but Christine Foster got married as well. So very big weekend for some people on our team last weekend. And then anybody who was an executive and above, we also had a challenge from our diamond, who is now a crown diamond, to increase our growth by 25%. And the 2 crossline team diamonds that we have actually threw down a contest where they were paying for basically to get to go to convention. And they haven't drawn the names yet, but anybody who did at least a 25% increase in growth got 1 entry, and then for each percent above that, you got an additional entry. So that's what we were pushing for, but I was also pushing for the executives in my team to be able to reach that as well. And I'm very excited to say that Sam and I reached 27% growth in October, so that actually earned us 3 entries into that contest, which they're repeating in November. So if you have your goal set on hitting executive, if you did a 25% increase with October to November, you would be eligible for this prize as well. And so we finished the month with 27%. Bethany Sheets, who's an executive, also ended up hitting that and getting an entry. And then Chelsea, who's an executive, Chelsea Vickery. She was pushing hard too. She ended up so close at 24%. But we were just so proud of everybody. It was really, really awesome. So that's part of why we said that everything finishing in October was amazing. I'm going to skip that to the end here. Young Living has some amazing promos out. We have wonderful resources in the usage group about all these things, but I am going to cover them really quickly and compliantly. So for a 100 PV ER order, you are eligible to get a 5 ml Christmas Spirit. I love this oil so much. I'm excited to get one. It is one I often give away when I have a bottle, so I'm actually down to just this one. So it's kind of cool that we're getting another bottle. I love this because it does have a very Christmassy scent. It's also very relaxing. It's a great one to diffuse at night. But you've got cinnamon in there, and I believe black spruce. The other orange, I believe. And so that kind of all combines to make a really, really great Christmassy scent. Then if you're doing a 190 PV order, on ER they're tossing in a free 15 ml tea tree. If you don't use tea tree, we get tea tree free a lot. And there's a reason for that. It is a purifying scent, so there is really nothing that this can't help with as far as odors, freshening the house, dropping it in your laundry, making foot spray, sneaker spray. Like this is just a wonderful oil. And so there are so many uses for it, and that's why it is often tucked in there. It's a great winter oil too. Great for diffusing, like your house is getting closed up, gets a little stuffy in there. It's just a great one to help kind of keep the air clear. And then at 190 PV for any order, ER or quick order, you're going to get a 15 ml eucalyptus radiata. My favorite use for eucalyptus radiata is in the winter. I do a little on my chest, a little on my feet, put socks on, put it in the diffuser, and go to bed. And I can breathe easy. This is also the most common eucalyptus oil, and probably the one that smells most like Vicks Vapor Rub. For 250 PV orders, they are sending you a 15 ml bottle of pine. This is actually one of my favorite oils. It's a very cheap oil, actually. It's really great for men if you have a man in your life that you want to convert. It smells like a forest. It doesn't smell like Christmas trees. It's got a kind of like a cleaner, wintier scent to me. It smells more like outdoors, being in a forest, than it does like bringing a Christmas tree into your home. With that, they're sending you the glass ornament, which is actually a diffuser. So it's got, hang on here, I'm going to mute Josie. I don't know if she can hear me, but that'll eliminate the background there. So they're sending the glass ornament, and just a heads up on that, it is very fragile. And if you or someone on your team ends up getting one and it is not whole, please let me know, because customer service has a very specific way that they want us to report those so that they can get a replacement sent. So just a heads up on that. They are packing them carefully, but it is a glass ornament. And what's cool is it has a little well in it, and then it comes with 5 little wooden sticks that help disperse the oil. So you put the oil in the well, and then the sticks work as wooden wicks to help disperse the oil. So it's a great one you could put on your Christmas tree and then add your own scents. And if you have an artificial tree, you could use spruce or pine, whatever you want to do that. Christmas spirit. And then for 300 PV, so many people love this month because you can get free frankincense. Let me turn it around there. I love frankincense. This is considered a sacred holy oil. It was a sleeper oil for me. I did not really appreciated at first, and now it is an oil that we never run out of. And we will be placing 2 orders this month just to get the free frankincense. So it's pretty amazing. I love that they do that. Additionally, I've got more. We are running our own promos. I'm just going to highlight these really quick. You can find them in our group, of course. We've got the sign-up bonus. If someone signs up on ER this month, the ER bonus. If someone signs up for 100 PV ER this month, Kim is doing a free rose oil roller, and then I am offering their pick of a jasmine or a rose. So if they fill out both forms, they could get a free jasmine and a free rose. They're just little sample rollers of oil, but it's a great way to try 2 very expensive oils. And then when they're just signing up for 100 PV on ER, they're getting $10 back, essentially. Plus, they'll be getting that free Christmas spirit from Young Living. So you really can't go wrong with that. So it's definitely one that you're going to want to make sure that people know about. And the form for Kim's is in the usage group. We are doing a sign-up bonus this month. It's fabulous. It is a huge incentive for you guys if you want to get some people signed up with premium starter kits. And the deal is if you get 3 people signed up with premium starter kits and you get them into the usage group, I'll have to be able to get in there and verify that all 3 of them are in the usage group. We'll be giving you $25 back, and you can get that back in a product credit, which you could then use for shipping, buy something fancy, or you can choose to get it back as an Amazon e-card, and that's stackable. So if you got 9 signups, you get $75 back plus the referral bonuses that Young Living's sending you. So it's a great month to work on getting some people signed up. And, maybe not necessarily speaking to you that are live on this call, but if someone watches this in the recording and you're still struggling with the idea of sharing Young Living with people, we ate cookies tonight. They were gluten-free. They're by a company called the Tate Bakery Company. And they have a double chocolate chip gluten-free cookie that we love. And we tried a new one tonight that was called Ginger Zinger, I think. And it was like a ginger snap cookie, and it had little pieces of crystallized ginger slices in them. And they were the best cookies I've ever had in my life. Now, I did not get paid to tell you that. But the really awesome thing is that if you tell people about oils in your life and you get them signed up, Young Living sends you a referral. So, and I'm willing to talk about stuff for free. How many of you scroll down Facebook on a daily basis and see someone saying, I need recommendations for this, or I need recommendations for that? Watch for people who need recommendations for oils. Get them signed up, and then you can get some really sweet bonuses. Last but not least, we really want to see you guys ranking up. This is a huge month. This is the best month of the year to get ranked up. If that is something you're wanting to do, we're going to be doing a drawing. And the only way you can get into this drawing is to rank up this month. And one person's name is going to be drawn, and they are going to get to pick their choice of 1 Rainstone diffuser. And it's a really awesome diffuser, don't get me wrong. It's pretty awesome. Or they can pick 3 Desert Mist diffusers, because the cost is about the same. So you can rank up once in the month, you get 1 entry. If you were to rank up twice in the month, you would get 3 entries. And this is very possible. It would do a lot of, you'd have to be really pushing for it. You'd have to be working hard. But if you ranked up 3 times in this month, you would get 10 entries. And you'd get all my rank up prizes too. So it'd be a pretty sweet deal. And, if you haven't ranked up before, say you've only been placing your 50 or 100 PV orders, if you ended up getting 500 in volume, you reach star. So you can actually buy your way to star. In fact, if you bought the Aroma Complete kit, you can buy your way essentially to senior star too. So you could rank up on your own for at least those first 2 ranks. And then after that, you do need to start having legs established. But you enroll some friends, they enroll some friends, get your bonuses going, and before you know it, you could definitely have an executive team or be on the roll towards executive. We just wanted to make this month huge, and so we were willing to kind of make it Christmas for everybody and do some great bonuses. So let me get back to where I was going here. drawings. So we had 2 drawings that we did tonight from everybody who placed their orders within the first 5 days of the month on Essential Rewards. And this is something I think we might start trying to do more often to get by those first five days. It really helps us know how much more growth we need to have as a team. And so we're kind of rewarding you just for being on the ball and getting your order in those first 5 days on Essential Rewards. So we were giving away a case of Zing from all of the members who placed 300 PV orders. And the winner of that one was Christina Davis, sorry. So I'll be contacting her and letting her know. And then I also made up this really awesome box of Savvy Mineral samples, and I will be giving one away next week too, so be watching for that. And the winner of that was from 100 PV orders. We did a drawing, and the winner of that was Jennifer Wong. And I think this is like her first or second month on ER, so that's kind of cool. So the last thing I just wanted to talk about was I wanted to talk about personal development a little bit. And I've been a silver for almost 3 years. And personal development is something that kind of snuck up on me. And it's really not just for being in the business. It's very helpful. But as I started to do it, I realized that it is so much more than like becoming a gold. I started doing it because I realized I didn't see myself as a gold leader. And that meant I needed some work. We were also really fighting the idea of having more income, since we were struggling with handling the income that we had. We realized that we were actually kind of keeping ourselves from ranking up because we didn't think we would be prepared to handle the abundance that we would be getting as a gold. These are legitimate things. As you rank up, it actually gets harder to handle those things. And so it is it can be a real blocker. So I wanted to just kind of cover real quick some books that just in this past year, have really touched me. And it doesn't mean you have to go out and immediately buy them all, but I do recommend that they are something you might want to look at investing. And I am going to say that if you can only buy one personal development book, buy this. I realize it's backwards. Buy Finish. He actually has like 4 books. One of them's called Do Over. One of them called Start. And I don't remember what the other one is. But I was talking to a friend, and she said, don't buy the other books. Buy this book, because this is the book you need. He'll even tell you, you don't need to buy Start. You need to buy Finish. And so I appreciate that, because as soon as I started reading it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is the book that I need. And really what it boils down to is he talks about how we let perfection come in the way of us reaching our goals. We don't want to finish, so we quit rather than, not finish perfectly. And he's basically like, you got to get over that and just get it done. You got to make it easier for yourself. And he's like, I know, it's like radical to say like, let's make our goals easier so that we can hit them. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this guy is like my new best friend. It's wonderful. I haven't actually finished the whole book, but I love it so much. I'm willing to recommend it without even having finished it. Another book that I really love, this one is kind of geared towards network marketing, but The Energy Bus, you can see that or not, it's by John Gordon. This is one that you can easily pick up like used at half price books or something, because it's fairly popular. And it's easy to read because it's like story format. But it talks about, it's got 10 rules to get people to join you on your energy bus. It's not about creating being healthy and having more energy. It's more like inviting people, using your energy to get people to join your culture. And it's easy to read. Like you can sit down and read it. I read it in like a couple hours. I read fast though. But it is because it's a story that makes it a little easier to read. I do really love Jacob Adamo's first book, which is called Full Spectrum Success. And this is his second book called Full Spectrum Freedom. And this is really about like really owning your color and embracing it as your true color. And when I first learned about the colors, I really struggled. I didn't understand them. I didn't like my colors, and I was just so over it. And everyone was talking about it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, everyone keeps talking about the colors, and I don't care. I don't care because I'm yellow, and yellows sometimes don't really care about the details that much. And then we heard Dr. Jim Bob speak, and I realized that my husband is a green. And I realized how important like this was to our marriage. And so even if this isn't a network marketing tool that you're using, it is so important if you are married or you have a troublesome like family relationship. It really helps you learn to relate to people. And it really helps you embrace who you are as a person and understand why you do things. And I'm in a leader group where we sometimes joke about stuff like that. Like, sorry, I'm a yellow. Like I couldn't help myself. But it's kind of fun in a way too, to just be like we totally understand that, you know, the reds do things that way because they're red, and the greens do that, you know, that way because they're green, and they can't really help it. And so it's just really a great one for helping you kind of own your personality. And the last one I'm going to cover is ULA. And I've read this book multiple times. And then if you saw recently, maybe you saw, but we got the ULA oils. And I've been starting to actually, I'm going to send some samples out for people to try them. What I love about the ULA oils is that it kind of makes, it's kind of like a hack for balancing your emotions too. And the book is really great. I do really recommend it. You don't need the fancy hardcover. I don't even remember why I got the fancy hardcover. There's like a soft cover, and you can get an ebook too, so you can get it a lot cheaper. And it just covers, there's 7 areas of your life to balance. Fitness, family, faith, field, finance, friends, and fun. And the idea behind it is that if all of those are in balance, your life is kind of like a wheel and it rolls smoothly along. And no one's life is ever really balanced. And they say that in the book. But the idea is you kind of pick an area that needs the most work and helps kind of bring you more in balance so that you are moving along through life a little more smoothly. And I love that, because when life starts to get bumpy, I'll stop and I'll think like, what's kind of clogging the works up here? You know, is it the fact that like we worked so hard through October that we haven't really had any fun? We haven't done anything as a family. So yesterday we took the day off. We put a little fun and family in our car diffuser, and we just drove off. And I was working from my phone, but as soon as we got there, all I was using my phone for was to take pictures. I wasn't working business, and it was good to kind of add that balance back in. Like, you know, I worked nonstop in October. And so again, I'm kind of looking for doing that in November. So it's kind of good to kind of take a break day. And, you know, before ULA, I probably wouldn't have really noticed that shift in balance. So I really appreciate that. And I see Dewana joined us there. Hi, Dewana. So tonight I wanted to give away an ULA sample, and I was trying to think like, how can I do this? How can I do it the best? And so what I think I'm going to do is have you guys unmute yourselves and tell me, I'm going to write down a number from 1 to 10 on here. And I'm going to have you guys guess, and then I'll show you what the number is, and whoever was the closest can pick one oil, and I will send them a sample. So okay. So I will tell you, and you can give me your guess. So I'll start with Josie since I can see her. Josie, what's your guess?
9.
Okay. Melissa?
7.
Juana? She's muted.
5.
5. I'm writing them down. Okay, so the winner was Josie, because she picked 9. Did you already win one too? No. Okay.
No.
Okay, because I had a couple people earlier this week that won some. Okay, so what F would you like to pick that I can send you? You want me to repeat them?
How about family?
Family? Okay.
Got a lot of family going on this week or this month.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is probably a good one to have around Christmas time. So, okay, when I sit down sometime, probably next week, I'm going to send out samples and be watching because this isn't. I've still got a couple other Fs that other people haven't claimed, so I'm going to be doing a couple other like just giveaways. But I'm not making them really obvious. But I did post a graphic that talks about the affirmation from each of those. And it came with a cool little booklet too, but it talked about like there's an affirmation that comes with each of them. So example, finance says when you use it, you say, I'm financially free and living abundantly. And then you can also use the Ula Grow and Ula Balance oils with these oils. And so what they talk about doing is if you're not balanced, you add Ula Balance plus this oil, and then you inhale it while repeating the affirmation. And I kind of thought affirmations were a little bogus until I did the aroma freedom technique, which if you guys haven't had a chance to do is amazing. It was just really what I was needing at that time. So that's also kind of considered personal development. If you have a chance to do an AFT session, I would eventually like to be able to do those myself and help people with those. But last but not least, before we finish, I did want to talk to you guys just really quickly about vision casting. We did vision casting at the retreat I went to like 3 weekends ago. And if it's something that you'd like to do, we can do it over Zoom, or we can talk on the phone about it. But basically what it's doing is it is helping you kind of focus on why you might be using Young Living to increase abundance in your life. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I want to be a diamond. It can just be, I really want to be consistently getting like one sign up a month and growing my team that way. Not everyone becomes a Royal Crown Diamond in 11 months. Like I said, we've been silver for almost 3 years. It doesn't always happen that way. So if you're interested in vision casting or you have someone in your team that you think might really benefit from that, let me know. And I would be really happy to set that up and kind of walk you through helping you kind of find and focus your vision. It's kind of really a cool thing to do. And it really kind of helps you see what abundance through Young Living can help you achieve. So with that in mind, does anybody have any questions? I'm going to stop the recording here. Thank you guys for listening.